Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. This is Top Deck King. Today I am playing some Azorius Control in best of 3. I think the deck's pretty solid for best for the format currently, so go give it a try and see how we are. The win cons of this deck is Wandering Emperor, one Hull Breaker, and then obviously the Manlands. And the way we also win is decking them out. So I have one Devious Cover Up and 2 Witness the Future. So I could really never deck out. So that's the win cons. You got the Emperor, you got Hullbreaker, you have the lands, and then you got the non-deck out mode. So we got some new cards to this deck. I know this deck's been around for a while. It's been pretty solid for the past formats, but we got some new tools now that can help the deck out. March of the light, whatever otherworldly light, is pretty solid because the instant speed goes after manlands, it goes after enchantments, artifacts, creatures, all that instant speed. The only thing missing from this text is really going after planeswalkers, but other than that, it's a pretty solid card. We got Wandering Emperor is huge for this control deck because you want in control, you want to play on instant speed. So that having flash and then being able to use the ability on the turn, it gets flashed in. Perfect card for control. This is a perfect control card. And then we also got Farewell, since there's a lot of enchantment artifact type of decks in the format. This is a very good card in dealing with all the enchantments, artifacts, creatures. Once again, the only text really missing from this would be Planeswalkers, but if it had that text, this card would have been pretty bonkers because it exiles and it not. So this one destroys. So if there's cards that are indestructible, then but this exiles, so it's huge. As far as the sideboard, there's nothing new from the new set. It's just kind of the old stuff that's just pretty solid cards. But yeah, so we're going to go give this deck a try on the ladder, see how we do with some Azorius Control. If you're new to the channel, hopefully by the time you're done watching whatever portion of the video, you go ahead and hit that subscribe button, that thumbs up button, notification bell. I do post videos usually daily, 5, 4, 6 a week. Last week was a little slow. I was kind of a little busy, but hopefully this week I'll be back to it. So I should have 5 to 6 videos this week. So hit that thumbs up button, hit that like button, all that. Let's go ahead. Oh, also check the description of the video. Has the portable deck list as well as my social media stuff, Twitch, Twitter, Discord. Join any of those, follow me on any of those, subscribe, whatnot. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into this gameplay and see how we do. Stick around for the gameplay. Penzance. I get to play first. Playing again. We're playing some I'll keep this in. Playing Azorius Control. So turn 2, I'm gonna foretell this. What are we playing against? Is the cool. Ooh, I'm still gonna foretell this because I can still cast that on turn 3. Blue white versus blue white, apparently. All right, the blue white versus a blue white. Revitalize. You got it. Well, this is gonna be a really long game. Really long, boring game. Put that on blue. I didn't play the Behold because I want to be able to possibly counter their counter spell if they have a counter spell, So let's see if they counter this. If they counter this, that would be kind of bad. Should have probably waited till I played that too. Actually, I should have foretold that. All right, well, we could Jordy Disruption this memory. We could Jordy that memory. Hullbreaker is definitely a good card. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have land 5. Yeah, I guess I keep them both. So play the land. 1, 2. Foretell this. These cards are useless basically right now. Basically useless. Search your life for basic land. Sure. They grab a plains. I was debating on playing this or not. It's definitely an interesting card because it helps you ramp, so that's why. It's a ramp arena. Alright, so we could flash this in and hold up a counter spell if we wanted to. Yep. So that's the thing. It's a good card. It's definitely a good card. 2, 4, 5. They got 5-card hand. The 5-card arenas. I can still use the effect, and I'll take that because then I also get to draw a card. Sure. Because now I just crack the clue and draw a card. So I got to create. I made them use a card. I got to create. It's like I think that's pretty worth it, right? All right. Combat. I'm gonna try to flash in obviously the Hullbreaker. See what happens there. Go ahead. Yeah, they get to transform this guy. I mean, I can exile it at any point in time, so. I wonder what is. I guess maybe it's a mana 3 cost. I'm assuming it's a mana 3 cost. So go for it and see if it's a mana 3 cost. Because it doesn't have it, but I think it's a mana 3 cost still. So 1, 2, 3. Submit 0. Target this. Submit 0 and target this. Negate. Should we go over a counter ward battle here? He really wants that. He really wants that. I guess let's try a counter ward battle. Let's see what happens. I don't want to use up too many cards in my hand because I got this, but let's see what happens. Disdainful Stroke. Okay. Okie dokie. So he used negate. He used Disdainful Stroke. Let's try this again. So 1, 2, 3. Auto pay. See if they have another counter spell for this. They already used 2 of them, so. Combat. Attack. And I still have a counter spell, so there's that. Ooh, Feel the Ruin. Yay. So let's just kill that now while we have a chance. Because we might be using our mana, you know, obviously later down the road. Grab the blue source. We only have 2 basic lands left. Nope. No memory for you. Oh, Witness the Future. Let's target. Let's bring back Behold. Saw it coming, and Wandering. Let's grab. Oh, obviously we're gonna grab Behold. Combat, attack. Let's see, 1, 2. Might as well foretell this. There's no reason not to do it. Pretend like it's a counter spell. Like Saw It Coming or something, you know? Alright, let's see what they do. I think Wandering is fine. Maybe. Don't need it. Let's do that. Revital. And we drew another one anyways. Alright. Combat. Attack. I guess then we just pass. If he flashes in the Hullbreaker, technically I can kill it with Faithful Absence. Doomscar. You got it. I have another one in my hand. Let's flash this one in then. Flash this big boy in. Use your Faithful Absence again. There it is. Create the dude. I get to draw a card. Resolves. Correct the clue. And then also use Revitalize, draw a card. And draw a card. That's fine. Now I get to play this. They're tapped out. I get to play this and not have to worry about it. So put this on blue. Combat. All right. I think we're pretty. They only got 1 card in their hand. I think we're set now. Especially since we also have a Hullbreaker in our hand. So combat. And we also have a threat that just keeps beating them down. 1, 2. Foretell. 1, 2. Foretell. And you're up, opponent. 2, 4, 5, 6. Amarius Cool. Sure. I could just do this and exile all the creatures instead. So let's do this instead. I don't want that one. I'll take that one though. And I'll flash this in, I guess. Yeah, let's flash this in. I'm gonna use the effect to exile all creatures anyways. So put it on here. So play this on blue. Go ahead and exile all creatures. And then let's create a dude. And you're up. Hold up double counterspell with 2 Saw Cummings. All right. Let's draw. I'm just going to keep increasing this guy's power because they can easily just have like another Fateful Absence or Doomscar or something like that. So there's no reason to overextend and create more tokens. Memory Deluge. We're going to try to see if we can counter and exile this. So Behold, Witness, Behold, and Seagate. I'm doing this because it exiles the card. So that way I get rid of it completely. Penzance. Revitalize. Revitalize. They got some ugly lands though. They got some ugly. See, that's why we didn't overextend. This is why we didn't overextend. All right, draw. Haha, there it is. There's another one. So let's go for it. And then we'll play the land. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, we could play all the lands. So play this, and you're up, opponent. Seagate. Card advantage, card advantage, card advantage. It's all about the card advantage. Got 4 lands here. Jordy doesn't do anything. I'm not going to play any cards anymore because I don't really need to anymore. So put a counter here. I'm just going to save Hullbreaker, I guess, and that's why. So I'm going to save all my cards basically for Hullbreaker, so that way if I need to flash it in and just go for the win, I have a bunch of cards I can cast. Okay. I should have foretold some of them, so that way it's cheaper, but that's fine. All right. We didn't see Wandering Emperor, but I'm pretty sure they're going to be playing Wandering Emperor, and they have a main deck negate Disdainful Shog. So that I'm surprised they have those, but I guess it's best of 3. So best of 3, it's a little slower. All right, so bringing in Disdainful Shog, bringing the Hermits, the negates, Test of Talents, cover, and Hullbreaker. Cutting out the Retribution, cutting out all the Doomscars. I'm going to cut out the Farewells. I don't really think I need this. I'm going to cut those. And then maybe 1 Devastating Mastery, and that should do the trick. Makes it 60. Penzance. All right, let's see what you got. Main deck, negate, and stroke. All right. Do they even not sideboard? Because I guess we got a counter spell. We have a planeswalker. Got a lot of lands. Gates Istveil into blue, or actually, here we go. Blue, and then Foretell. Okay, so let's go ahead and foretell this. Play Desert Breach. Desert Bridge. Okay. I have double blue, a double white. I mean, they have two Hall Storm Giants, unfortunately. And I just drew infinite more lands, unfortunately. I drew a lot more lands here. Oh man, that's so many lands. That's not good. All right. I want to destroy it, but I could also wait, I guess. I could also wait. Let's see what they go for. I wanted to play the untap land here in case they have a Jwari Disruption. So if they have a Jwari Disruption, then I can go around some of their stuff. All right, so I'm going to try to flash this in and see if, because this plays around Jwari Disruption now. And they just foretold that. So if that's the saw it coming, then they can't play it, you know? All right, let's create the token. Oh, negate's not bad. Negate is not bad at all. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That'd be 5. Requires double blue. So I'm gonna play this on here, so that if I need to sacrifice this gate, I can sack it. But I don't know if I will because I have negate and saw it coming. But just in case, if they don't do anything, I might sacrifice it to draw some cards. Fateful Absence. Okay, that's fine. Let's just crack the clue. Draw a card. Resolves. Devastating Mastery, not the one that we left in, not what we're looking for. Jeez, so many lands. So many lands. Let's gain a life, I guess. So many lands, my hand. Yep. We're not gonna fight over draw spells right now. We're gonna be fighting over more key cards. Yep. I could have destroyed their Field of Ruin, so that way they can't touch my gates, but I'm not gonna worry about that too much right now. 2. They got a big hand. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, let's go ahead and crack this. Draw a card. Or draw 2 cards, I should say. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We go to 9 cards. Go to 9 cards, huh? So 1, 2 for negate, 1, 2 for that, 1, 2 for that. So play Tranquil Quo. Ooh, yeah, let's play Cove. Gain a life. Combat. Attack for 3. So I have multiple counter spells here. 5. Discard. Maybe that. I could also just discard a land. I'm just going to discard the land. In case I need this down the road. I don't know if I do or not. I have 3 more lands anyways, so 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, I should have kept that because I could have killed this. That was a misplay. That was slight misplay. Slight misstep. Let's draw. Witness the future. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could go up to 8 mana, and that's 2, 4, 8. Let's play another Field of Ruin, maybe. Then I can kill both his lands. Kill both of these Hall Storm Giants and just get them out of my way. I think that's what we're gonna do. Does this guy have vigilance or not? I'm curious. He does have vigilance. That's kind of nutty. All right. Let's go ahead and destroy this. Yep. Let's grab the blue mana. What you got? All right, I'm gonna try and counter this, and then also possibly remove all copies out of their hand. Or all copies out of their deck, I should say. Test the talents on test the talents. Let's go ahead and stop that. I still have another Saw It coming. Stop that one. That was a counter war battle, man. That was a counter war battle. I get to remove some of their... Ooh, what? They literally... Did you see this? Oh, that's so disgusting. Alright. So they have Cemetery Protector. Shows a card type with the exile card. Oh, that's actually pretty good. It's a pretty good card, actually. Alright. So they have Saw It coming. They got 4 negates. They got... Wow, they got so many more tested talents in there as well. So their win con is... Jeez. So... 3, opponent's graveyard, there's nothing there, opponent's hand. Jeez. You see that? Wow. Wow. Target me. Hold on. 1. Oh, I misplayed, right? 1, 2, 3. Oh, actually, I could still use the other mode of it. Okay. So... Target me. 1, 2, 3. 4. Let's grab. Oof. Ooh. Wandering Emperor. This has vigilance, right? Yeah, it's vigilance. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I attack, it has vigilance, and I can flash it in if he decides to block. I'm gonna have to do it anyways if he doesn't even block. So flash it in. Let's put it a counter on it. Give it first strike. Kills it. All right, opponent, you're up. They got so many counter spells. This is so ridiculous. This is so... Oh, they drew another Field of Ruin, unfortunately. Oh, they did. That was a misplay, though. That was a misplay. They should have just used their Field of Ruin to kill my Field of Ruin. Because now I can kill their Field of Ruin. I'm not really sure what that was about, opponent. Alright, go ahead. They can't stop my Field of Ruin now. Imaria's Call. Let's do a counter war battle here. So I can force it. So if I do this to destroy this, they're gonna float the blue. I'm trying to see if I could play both of them. So if I play this, they counter it. They play this, they counter it. Either way, it gets countered regardless. So I guess it resolves. I could force the counter spells here. All right, let's just see what happens. Bring that back, bring that back. I think I'm just going to bring those 2 back. Yep, player Disdainful Stroke. Or negate, I guess. I would have played Disdainful Stroke, I guess. Resolves. Alright, let's destroy this Hollow Storm. And then we're going to try to activate this, obviously. They're going to Disdainful Stroke it. I could also just wait, but I wanted them to use Disdainful Stroke, so I actually want them to use Disdainful Stroke here. I feel like this might be a Doomscar, so since they haven't played it yet. Okay, so the bad part is it destroys my own planeswalker. Hmm. It destroys my own planeswalker. Let's see what happens. Hmm. Opponent chooses two non-land permanents they control, return to their owner's hand. Alright. Wait, what? Why isn't this dead? Oh, it's indestructible. What? Did I misread that card? Oh, it's indestructible for the churn because of the Amaria's call. That was a mistake. Alright. So we're just going to do this cost because it doesn't really matter. Actually, oh, no, it does matter. No, it doesn't because they have to bounce everything and then destroys everything else. Hey, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Alright, so I have two disdainful strokes. Take one. You got it. Okay, well, we drew we drew a disdainful stroke. That would have been nice to have on their Maria's call. Take one. Drawarty Disruption 3. Probably won't matter. I'm going to keep it in my hand, though, in case I draw Seagate Restoration. It can then do something big. Ah. Yep. Yep. They drew their Hull Breaker. That's not good. That's not good. Alright. Let's try Witness the Future. Oh, hold on. 1, 2, 3. Witness the Future. Let's send, let's see, Wandering Emperor. Behold. Devious Cover Up. Witness the Future. What do they got? How much time do I have? 15 to their 21. I guess I should just concede now. I'll wait one more turn. I'm not dead yet. I'll wait one more turn. Yeah, this matchup, basically Hullbreaker wins the game. We can stop that. Saw it coming. So what are they choosing? So the face down card was Saw It Coming. Got it. Oh, they could Disdainful Stroke their... But then then they could put it on the stack to return it back to their hand. They could do that, actually. So they could play Disdainful Stroke on their Maria's call, and then Hullbreaker could trigger if they want to do it. But then they're tapped out, so I don't think they want to do that. Because now they can basically just stop everything I play. Hermit doesn't really do anything, right? Chump block. But then I can... Actually, yeah, it's fine. Because then I can cast the opposite side of it, and then my non-creature spells are uncounterable. But then this is there. They could just... Okay, so good to know they have Wandering Emperor. Good to know that he... Oh, actually, I saw their deck. What am I saying? Alright. Jeez, man, they had so many... They had 4 Test of Talents. They had 4 Test of Talents. They have a lot against the Control Mirror, huh? I don't have that many cards against Control Mirrors. Alright, we'll keep. Turn 1, turn 2, maybe foretell that. So, Tranquil Crow. I wish there was a way in this deck you could go and search out for cards, you know what I mean? Search out for cards. Oh, nice. Hullbreaker. I'll take it. I'll take it. I didn't actually look at their deck to see what they can play to get rid of Hullbreaker. I should have checked that out. I should have actually looked at that. Put this on blue. Let's foretell that. That way the following turn I can try to do some shenanigan stuff. Some shenanigans. Hall Storm Giant. Tranquil Quo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know they have Fateful Absence, obviously. This I know. Test the talents. Well, I think I'm going to try to do the churn 7 Hullbreaker here, so I'm playing the tap land first. If they play a Memory Deluge, I'm going to test the talents this. So go for it. Memories. Ooh, Cemetery. Let's counter that. That's actually a pretty good card. I didn't think of it. If it shares the land type, I should probably put that in my sideboard. Something I should definitely look into. Did they miss their land drop? I think they did. Nice. Nice arenas. All right, go for it. Do they have another one? Behold. So I'm wondering if I should look at their hand here. I think I might look at their hand. So they got Test Talents, Negate, Stroke, Memory, Amaria's Call. Okay, so how do they kill? So they have 2 Fateful Absence to kill and Wandering Emperor. Okay. It didn't let me do it. I didn't put a stop, I guess, for me to do it. That's lame. They got Tested Talents in their hands. All right, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This would be mana number 8. Go for it. Maybe I should have played Jawardi, but so they have 2 Faithful Absence and what's it called? That's it. So if I play this, they're gonna try to dig for Faithful Absence, but their hand is full of counter spells. I have to do this. They're gonna play Memory here. Oh my gosh, the last card they drew, really? Come on. That's unbelievable. That's so sick. So sick. I can't believe that happened. Alright, well, I'm gonna start using the Hollow Storm Giants. Oh, they have their own Hollow Storm Giants, actually. Never mind. Never mind. That was so sick. One unknown card was Fateful Absence. Can't believe it. Wandering Emperor. So let's put a stop here. Let's try to negate it. And then I'm gonna Devious Cover Up back the Hullbreaker into my deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Go digging. Digging, 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 digging. Let's put back 1, 2, 3, 4. Put back 4. Results. I don't need this. I'll take the negate. Ooh, Hermit. That's gonna be a huge against their hand. Hermit's gonna be big. Oh no, they drew something against my card though. So if I play negate here, it won't matter. So I'm just gonna let it resolve. They drew something against my Hall of Storm Giants. I need to draw my Field of Ruin fast, or this could be very bad. All right, let them counter this if they want. Test the talents. Saw it coming. Let's play the Hermit. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sure. 8 with Hermit's ability also. What do you got? What you got, my friend? I need to draw Field of Ruin fast. I need to draw multiple Field of Ruins now. Multiple Field of Ruins. So if they animate... So I was afraid that they might animate their whole Storm Giant, but they didn't, so... I think we removed all their Beholds. That's fine. You can have a Revitalize. You may have a Revitalize. Let's put a stop here, because they're going to try to kill... Nope, they're not. Like, they're going to try to kill my Hall of Storm Giants. Guess not. Guess not. I need Hermit to kind of die. So... Crack it to counter it. It's a free counter spell. I'll take it. And then on the opposite side, they can't stop my cards anymore. And I could just kind of protect it here, basically. Play this out. They're gonna use a counter spell. Then I use their counter spell to the counter spell. Sure. Could have also waited, but I'm gonna use a counter spell to their counter spell anyway, so. Disdain for stroke. They have a lot of the strokes, so might want to go for it. Negate or test the talents? Test the talents. What do you got in your hand, buddy? Opponent's hand. They got 3 negates. Oh my gosh, they got 3 negates. Jeez. Should I just let them draw these? Because then I'm thinning their deck out, and they're going to be able to draw win conditions. So I'm just going to let them have it. Don't want either one of these. I'm looking for a Hole Breaker myself. Oh, nice. Nice, nice, nice. So let's play this. Do that. Now my stuff is uncounterable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 2, 3. Let's play this one out too. It makes it a faster clock. I can still counter something. I can still counter multiple things. And now my non-creature spells are uncounterable. That you can have that card. I don't really care about that. You may have that one all day, every day. All day, every day, twice on Sunday. We'll take 7. No blocks. Take 7. Flash this in. Let's create the Vigilance guy. Boom. I'm gonna put it on the flyer here. So combat, attack, get some damage in, and then I'm gonna play Witness the Future. Oops, blue, blue. Target me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shuffle it in, shuffle it in. Ooh, let's grab some draw power. Grab some draw power. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go ahead. They can't counter my cards. They can't counter my cards. And I got negates. Hermits are way too good against the mirror match. Way too good. And I basically have an infinite chump block against Hall of Storm Giant because Wandering Emperor. Well, not infinite, but 3 turns. I have 3 turn blocks. Can't counter this. Oh, they have a way to try to kill that. Yeah. No, no thank you. No thank you. Let's keep that around with that hand of yours. Let's keep that around. No, not again. Nope, thank you. This hermit is just gonna win me the game. Do they have Fill the Ruin? They do have Fill the Ruin. This lets me draw a card. I'll keep that one though. All right. Create the token. Play the land. I'm gonna actually play the hermit out because it's another win condition, like I said. Swing out for 5. And they're down to 9. That's probably almost locks it up. Almost. Not quite. Almost there. Look at their hand. These hermits are doing work. I think we basically win because of hermit. Sure, animate it. You got it. Like I said, these are going to be chump blockers. Food for your Hall Storm Giants. I can even take 7 here. Like, sure. No blocks. No blockerinos. Let's draw some cards. Can't counter it. Ooh, there's Fill the Ruin. I can stop one of their Hall Storm Giants now. Test the talents. So plus targeting this guy. If I attack, it'll be oh, he can't block. It has flying. Derp. Attack you for 6. So we're gonna win basically with these flyers. Good game, opponent. Our hand is just all counter magic on top of that, so good game. So tap for blue, and then use it to actually hold on. Tap for blue. Let's foretell instead, actually. Instead of using Fill the Ruin, I'll foretell. That way I could save Fill the Ruin for when they animate the land if they go for that animation. Sure. This one, right? Bye. Dead. Dead. Good game, opponent. Sure. We're going to put the counter here on the other hermit flyer, so we have 2 lethal attackers. They're dead. I don't know why they're still continuing this. I don't understand. You got it. Okay. Put it here. Yeah, bring in all those counter spells. You lose to hermit though. So handful of counter magic. Good game. Burn Knight. Burn Knight. I'm playing as I get to play first. Playing Azorius Control. Yeah, not the greatest hand, but I'll keep. Because if I draw a second blue, I can already play this. If I draw a second blue, then I can play this. And then we have a turn 6 play, and then we have a turn 7 play. I think it's technically fine at the moment. We'll see what we're playing against, though. Being on the play does help, too, so that's another reason why I kept... What? Okay. So put that on white. Pass turn. We have now Fateful Absence, so that's helpful. Oh no, we're playing against blue-white versus blue-white. So I was going to play this, but now we drew Revitalize, so... Is this the blue-white tempo deck instead? Whoa, they missed their land drop. They missed their land drop. Well, that's not... Oh, they're Jeskai. Ah. They're Jeskai. So maybe the Hinata deck? Jeskai Dragons, right? The Hinata deck? I guess let's see if they have a counterspell for this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I can grab this and this. I can grab Behold and land. I think I'm gonna grab the land and counterspell instead. Well, that's unfortunate. So 1, 2, let's foretell this. And they're up. We have Hullbreaker. It's going to be huge. Oh, they missed the land drop again. They miss their land drop again. Well, it's not looking good for them since they're missing land drops. And they don't have the red anyways, so. They don't have red. Let's go ahead and... I mean, I don't know if they play any basic reds, but let's just go ahead and kill this now, I guess. Let's see if they have any basic red lands. It doesn't really matter what land I grab because I have 1, 2, and then this one. Oh, they do have a basic red. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so let's play this. That way I can also just flash if I want to flash in Hullbreaker or play Memory. They do play basic red, so I help them out. But I also thin the deck out of a land, so maybe they didn't draw a land for their land, draw phase. So there's also that. I want to see more of their deck, but I don't think they're probably just going to concede once they see this. Burnite. What you got? Let's go. It's unfortunate you missed your land drops, but I guess that's magic sometimes, That is a magic. Expressive iteration. Alright, I'll counter it. I don't want them to hit possible lands here. And as you can see, they don't have any lands, so I don't want them to do that. Once again, I'm not going to play anything because I'm going to try to either flush this in or play this. There we go. There we go. All right, so they are control. So they're control. Let's remove the Doom Scars. I'm going to remove... I mean, I know they have dragons, but I could counter their dragons. So remove these. Let's bring in a Disdainful Stroke, Sermits, Negates, Test the Talents, Divas, Hullbreaker. So I gotta cut 4 more cards. I'm debating. I think these are too expensive still. So we'll cut those. Fierce Retribution, I'm gonna cut. And maybe 1 Fateful Absence should be it. Because this could kill... I mean, yeah, Fateful Absence can kill Hullbreaker also. Maybe I cut this and leave the Fateful Absence. Something like this. All right, let's go. Let's run it back. Brought in a lot more counter spells. Brought in additional Hullbreaker. Let's see what happens. We got 2 lands. 3 lands, I mean. So I guess we keep. I guess... Ooh, interesting. So we definitely have to play this first because it comes in tapped regardless. The next play is either doing this or doing this. I mean, well, that actually saves me a lot of time then. Never mind. I'm going to hold up Jwari Disruption because they're going to probably play Expressive Iteration here. Oh, because they didn't. Let's say they're going to probably play Expressive Iteration, but they didn't. So never mind then. All right, go ahead. I could shock this. That's why I'm not really... I'm waiting till the very end to play this as my land drop because it draws me cards. So we got 2 white. We got 3 blue. So let's put this on white. They missed the land drop. We're going to flash this in or just play Behold. Probably... Oh, okay, good game. Tohata. Yay, I get to play first. That's a keepable hand. Turn 1, turn 2, play Revitalize. Turn 3, we could play Witness the Future. We're going to draw a couple of cards in between those turns, though we should most likely have this on turn 4. Plus, we have a board wipe effect. Well, gotta play that one, because that one comes in tapped regardless. Looks like we're playing against Control. Control. Blue-Eye Control. Let's draw and gain some life. Let's play Gates of Istvale. Into... Oh, we're on the Bantarinos. We're on the Bantarinos? Alright, I guess let's play this. Ooh, let's see, 1, 2, 3. So we have enough lands, so we're not going to grab a land. So I'm thinking Hullbreaker and Wandering Funeral. Because I have enough lands, so I can cast the Hullbreaker. The only other choice would have been maybe grab Behold the Multiverse, but Chariot, sure, we got this eventually, hopefully. We also have Wandering Funeral. We drew another land anyways, so 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 white. 1, 2, 3 blue. All right. I guess it's going to trigger. They're going to draw a card here. So are we playing against Bant Control? Bant Control, huh? I haven't played against Bant Control, so. Doomscar. You got it. Let's hope they don't have a Negator Disdainful Stroke. So, flash this in. Negator Disdainful Stroke gets us. Go ahead. I'm going to let that resolve. I should have waited to the end step to do it, but I'm going to let that resolve. What do you got? Why are you highlighting my Wandering Funeral? Take 4. I'm going to use the plus effect here. Oh, that helps, kind of. Ish. Not really, but... Okay, let me see what's going to happen here. They get to untap a mana, so they get to go up to 2 mana. They get to go up to 2 mana. I forgot that I had this in my hand, so I kind of flashed this in abruptly, but... Sure. Sure, buddy, old pal. Alright, let's hope this works. Let's hope this works. Let's go ahead, exile artifacts, creatures, and enchantments. They have a Draw Disruption or a Negate. It's going to be bad. What's going on here? Fateful Absence. That's fine. Yeah, we lost our Planeswalker, but... We have to play Hullbreaker next turn. Hopefully take care of Teferi. We got 1, 2, 3. So we got to put... Oh, we have white here, actually. I wish this also did damage to Planeswalkers. That would have been sweet. That would have been pretty darn sweet. Double blue now. Double. Ooh, Tamio. Exile target non-land permanent. Tamio. Tap up to 1 target artifact or creature. It doesn't untap during some controller's untap step. So they're playing a Tamio deck. The bad part about that is I'm debating if I want to kill the Teferi, but then I think that might be fine, right? To kill the Teferi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would be 6. Kill the Teferi. Exile target non-land permanent with mana value X from your graveyard. Create a token that's a copy of that card. The bad part is I guess then they could do that and make a Teferi copy. This will just pass. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I'm just afraid of a kill spell because then the Hullbreaker doesn't, you know. But then if they kill it, I can then go after and kill Tamio. Because then Teferi can't do anything the next turn. So, sure. Let's see what they got. That's fine. I could bounce it. I can bounce that guy. Unless they have a kill spell for this, then, well, not so much anymore. Alright, they conceded. They can't beat the Hullbreaker. Got him. Alright, so they're a ramp deck, huh? So I'm assuming then they're going to take out some of their removal. All right, so we definitely want Faithful Absence. They have Planeswalkers. Negates are pretty solid here as well. I think the Hermit's pretty solid. Uh, don't think I want this necessarily. I don't think I want Fierce Retribution. I think I'm going to cut the Doom Scars. I'm going to keep these in. Maybe Farewell is not so great. Because they were playing a bunch of Planeswalkers. They did have the enchantment, though, or the artifact, I would say. Let's see. Disdainful Strokes. What else? What else? What else? I think it's not all that great. So I'm going to cut it, bring in that. Maybe I'll keep... Oh, they conceded. Never mind. Kraken Dog. Hey there, Kraken Dog. I get to play first. Got 2 lands, got a Revitalize, got a Behold, got a Counter Spell, Kill Spell. I could keep white, blue. We'll see if we want to do which one we want to do. Probably Foretell this just to be safe, because then we could scry, draw to make sure to hit the lands. But let's see what happens. Let's see what deck we're playing against also. If we're playing against an aggro deck, playing against a control deck, see what happens. See if our opponent's there. I actually like Gates of Isfil. It's a pretty solid card. Land. Yeah, it's lame that it comes in tap, but... Ooh. Champion. Alright, so put that on blue. So it looks like we're playing against Orzhov, like Clerics, I think it is. So, I have a lot of kills, board wipes, so hopefully that works out. Conceal, sure. That is going to be a little lame. All right, I hit my land. So I'm just going to let them upgrade their conceal guy and then play Behold. Otherwise, if I didn't hit land, then I just would have straight up played Behold. But wow, they win the combat. Okay, I was like, there's no way they missed their land drop, right? Oh, Esper. Esperinos. Need land. Don't need that. Well, there's that, but that's going to upgrade and take care of it, so... that costs 6, so that's not going to work either. Okay. Well, that's a little lame. So they're going to be able to upgrade here. Esper, interesting. So we're going to lose Farewell here. And yeah, I'm pretty sure we're losing Farewell. I don't see why they wouldn't discard anything but the Farewell. But let's see what happens. Maybe if they have a counterspell, I guess they don't go for Farewell. Okay, so yep, they went for the Farewell. The bad part is they get to draw a card here. Wow, they didn't attack with the eye. Interesting. Sure. I mean, they still get to draw a card, but they didn't attack with the eye. Wonder why. Wonder why. Let's draw a card. It's another Farewell. Seagate. Play that as my land drop. Go for it, opponent. Could have foretold this, I guess. Maybe I should have. But the reason why I didn't do it, well, definitely countering that. Because now I'm going to be able to use this and clear the board. Otherwise, they're going to take this and it's going to cost more. So, can't do that. I was debating on foretelling, but then I can pay 5 mana to do this. So, that's fine. They get to draw a card, unfortunately, but that's fine. We get to exile basically they're gonna have 4 cards here. Sure. They really don't want to attack with this guy. That's very interesting. You got it. You get it. Alright, so exile creatures, artifacts, and enchantments. Exile creatures, artifacts, and enchantments. 3, 6. Hopefully I draw an untapped land, because I need that. I need that. Alright, what are you going to go for? What you gonna go for? Oh. Interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4. Um, kind of now want to play this as my land. All right, we're gonna do that. So I could that way I can play this and hold up counterspell. That's interesting. They took this. Of all the cards, they took this. Very odd. So, oops, white, colorless, blue, I guess. Flash the Emperor. Let's go ahead and exile this. I could have also just taken the 3. That way I could have hold up double counterspell. But we'll do that instead. We'll cast the Emperor. I wonder what the blue is for. I'm really curious to find out what the blue is for. So 1, 2, 3. Target me. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna bring only one farewell back in. See if that matters or not. I guess we could grab memory since we can't really grab the land. I could grab this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Guess we'll grab the memory. Submit 0. All right, you're up. You got your flash creature. Flash them. Flash. This guy has an interesting deck. I'm still trying to figure, maybe for sideboard purposes. I'm still trying to figure out what the blue is for. Like, you know, they got negates and disdainful strokes. Sure, that's fine. Maybe they got negates and disdainful strokes and whatnot. All right. We're definitely grabbing a hole breaker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll grab that as mana number 8. So create the token. We have 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I do need a 4th one, but I'm gonna put this on blue. Go ahead. I can use this for 0 to kill this, so I don't really care about that. So if they try to attack me, Silver Quill. They know a lot of my hand. Silver Quill, huh? That's an interesting one. I guess we'll let it resolve. I don't know, man, because I could use this to kill it, I guess, but that's interesting. I'm rather just flush in the hole breaker, but we'll see what happens. What are you gonna go for, opponent? What are you gonna call? March of the Oh man, lame. That's lame. Another opponent can spell. You draw and gain life. Sure. They attack. I'll flash in hole breaker and block it. Attack. Oh, they didn't even attack. All right, we're still gonna flash it in. Still gonna flash it in. All right. So my guy will have first strike. All right. So I was just gonna basically. So watch. This doesn't have first strike anymore. So plus counter here, swing both to the Emperor. If they block, I have first strike. I kill their guy before mine, and then I have basically this, and then I can technically, you know, so. All right, so I'm assuming now they're bringing in counter spells. I assume that's what their blue is for. So this should be interesting. All right, so I'm gonna cut one Saw Coming. I'm gonna cut the Devious Cover Up. So bring in. What else am I bringing in? I could just cut all the counter magic. Saw Cummings and bring in Sunset Revelry. Interesting. Because it could create bodies, but I don't know if I need to create the bodies. Obviously, they play cards. This is tough. I think that's fine. Let's just try it. If it doesn't work out, we'll change it up in game 3. We'll see what happens. See what happens. All right, I guess I'll keep. We got lands and spells. Got lands and spells. Got a counter spell here. Got a removal. Got removal. They got a duress. I'm gonna tell you, assuming they're gonna take majority disruption, right? Because that's a counter spell. Yep, it is. Yep, it is. All right. Well, that was an interesting draw. Since they took my counter spell, I guess we're foretelling this. Luminarch Aspirant, sure. Oh, they don't have a land. Wow. So I can do this as x equals 2. Submit 0. Get rid of this. Go ahead, opponent. Go ahead, my friend. No, now they have the enchantment. Oh, Elite Spellbinder. Elite Spellbinder. Seagate. Seagate. Nope, Faithful Absence. Faithful Absence. Alright. Go ahead. I wasn't sure if I wanted to play a land or that, but one of the untapped lands, I mean. They're messing with my hand a lot here. Duresses, Elite Spellbinders. I'm sure they got gold blanks. Post-combat Luminarch Aspirant. That's a new one. That's a new one. 1, 2, 3. Ooh. I guess we got to keep them both. Because I could use this to grab the other white for Devastating Mastery. So if I play this, use the effect, kill one of their Sanctums, grab a white, then play Devastating Mastery. Board wipe them. You got it. Take 5. You got it. Play something out. Not a Duress. Not an Elite Spellbinder. Alright, so activate. Let's destroy this. Grab a white. They have Wandering Emperor, I guess, huh? They have Wandering Emperor. Because they didn't play their mana, or they didn't play anything out. They have to have Wandering Emperor. I don't want to use this now. There it is, see? Oh, they don't play basics. Woo! They don't play basics. That was perfect. That was perfect. Okay. In a 2-color deck, no basics? That's not... No, you can't do that, buddy. You're a 2-color deck. You gotta be running basics. You gotta. Don't take Seagate. Don't take Seagate. Don't take... No, they took Seagate. They took my Seagate. No, it costs 9 mana now to use it. I mean, I'm gonna wait till try to get there. Alright, I guess you're taking Faithful Absence or Retribution. Sure. I can't take my land. So I can still kill your elite. Let's go ahead and kill attacking creature. Kill the attacking creature. Play this as my land. And you're up. I could start animating this, but no need. 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's draw a card, I guess. Draw a card. Ooh, Witness the Future. Witness the Future. Let's see if they let me resolve this. So 1, 2. I'm gonna take the Field of Ruin since They don't have any basics, so since they have 0 basics, guess we'll grab memory. Play land, go ahead. I need to refill up my hand. So we have 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. So now I can play this and hopefully... Whoa, whoa, whoa. And then basic land card from opponent's graveyard. Search that player's hand. Okay. Search that player's graveyard, hand, and library for any of those names. Exile them. Then that player shuffles. For as long as you control, you may play one of those exiled. And you may spend mana, though, as is meant. Okay. That's fine. That is fine. What are you targeting? What are you going for? I might have to Fateful Absence this guy. Might have to Fateful Absence this guy. I'd rather play Memory, obviously, but 3, 6. But let's see what you got. So I guess that's what the blue is for. And then go ahead and kill you. Yep. Remove all copies, so no longer can shuffle my graveyard back in, basically. So I got a hard win now. Got a hard win. I got all the tools, though. Got all the tools to do it. All right, so actually I don't need to do that now since I drew the land. So 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm gonna use one of them though. Let's grab these two, and then go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. I should have foretold that. That was a slight misstep. Slight misstep. There are 3 colors. That's why they're not running basics. Interesting. I mean, Fill the Ruin becomes insane then. Fill the Ruin becomes insane. So, again, let's foretell this. If I would have had this foretold last turn, then I would have been able to play both of them. But 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. Landerinos. Ha ha ha. Well, when they target memory, then we get to... I'm going to play it. When they target my memory. Yeah, and then we're going to resolve it, try to play it. All right, so Fill the Ruin, like I said, it's going to be good. Doomscar, sure. Because it's basically just killing their... Let's play Doomscar. It's just basically taking away their lands. Then since the first Fill the Ruin we played, they didn't have anything, so... All right, let's go ahead and use it. Guess we'll destroy this. I don't really know which one to go after. Yep. No land for you. You're 1 land down. You didn't grab a basic land. Oh, I don't have any more basics. See? All right, let's try this. Draw some cards. Don't need either one of these right now. Looking for more draw, more action, stuff like that. Revitalize, draw a card, gain some life. Another Devastating Mastery, not what we're looking for. Memory is a good one. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I'm going to play this. I could hit more land drops. I'm going to be able to draw 4 cards off this anyways, so. Looking for 1 to 2 counter spells here. I know I cut a few counter spells, but I still have a lot of them, so we'll take these 2. And flash this and play this. Flash the Emperor. Another counter spell. Okay, let's try this one. Draw some cards. Nope, nope. Since they have nothing but counter spells in their hands, apparently. There we go. There we go. So gain a life. That was a misstep. I should have played this and then done that, but okay, that's fine. Let's foretell this. Go ahead, opponent. I should have played the Seagate first. I would have drew cards. Concealing. Go for it. Look at this. Go for it. You got it. What are you going to take? If you take anything. Alright, I'm going to start getting aggressive with the Hollow Storm Giant now. They only have one card in their hand, so I'm going to start getting aggressive with it. Let's draw some cards. I'm looking for Hullbreaker, obviously. I guess we could take Fill the Ruin and Revitalize. Keep bringing their land count down. Let's play Revitalize. There's no reason not to. Wandering Emperor. So let's do it. How many cards do I have in my head? Ugh, 20 cards though. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they took my Witness the Futures. So that probably is not a good idea anymore. Maybe if I bring my hand size down a little bit, it'll be fine. So let's play Wandering Emperor. Could use this to destroy this. Okay, let's do this. Animate. Combat. Start getting aggressive. I could just win with this guy. Soul. Jordy Disruption. No thank you. But thank you for trying. No thank you, but thank you for trying. Alright. We'll just win with the Hollow Storm Giant. We don't need to do anything beyond that, I guess. Just win with that. Attack. Sure, we'll take 3. And then I'll flash this in, create a body. Dress. You may dress me now. Create the dude. You may dress. Go for it. Yep, this is game, opponent. Alright, so animate this. I'm going to put a counter on this one because then next turn it can attack through his creature. Attack. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then play that and go ahead. So they're at 3. We have 2 lethal attackers. They have 1 card. We have Solid coming. So we basically won. Sure. That's fine. You're dead. You have 1 card. I have a counter spell. Sure. Like, okay. It doesn't matter, but hey, play out whatever you got. Sure. Good game, opponent. Good game, my friend. Yep. All right. Interesting. Esperinos. Hey, everybody. As you guys saw, this deck was pretty solid. We got to play against a wide variety of the field, which is good because then it's still somewhat new, which is when a new set drops, that's really what's going to happen. It's going to have a wide variety of decks being played. People are testing things out, seeing if it's good, it's not good. But this deck has a pretty good matchup against a wide variety of decks. We got counter spells against control decks. We have win cons, board wipes. We have a lot of board wipes here. Like this is... what is that? 8 board wipe type effects for against the aggro decks. We have Devious Cover Up, Witness the Future to prevent ourselves from dying. We have some spot removal. We have some draw life gains. We have instant speed stuff. We have draw power. So it has a good wide variety against the decks out there. So I think it's a pretty solid deck to be playing. This is probably at the moment, from Kamigawa, whatever set would release. This is probably the favorite deck to be playing, and one deck that I'll most likely just be playing to rank up. I think it's a very solid rank up deck. It just like I said, it just has a lot of answers to basically almost all the decks out there. So as far as the sideboard goes, Faithful Absence, Fierce Retribution, the 3 Sense of Reveries. Obviously, that's against the aggro type of decks. I cut, so I, take out some of my, like, if I'm playing against aggro decks, I take out like counter spells like Saw It Coming, so kind of pretty useless. I cut out one of the Devious Cover-Ups, and then I bring in, the Sunset Reveries, Fierce Retributions, and Fateful Absent. Then against obviously Control, you basically remove the board wipe effects, Fierce Retributions. You bring in the same for Strokes, Hermits, Negates, Test and Talents, Devious Cover-Up, Hullbreaker. And Hermit's actually like insane, as you guys saw in that matchup against the other Azorius Control. His hand literally was like 5 counter spells. I got this flipped over and they basically couldn't do anything. You know what I mean? It's a counterspell against control decks. It's a creature to, deal damage. And then it just basically, they can't counter any of my cards. So I get to do whatever I want while being able to counter this. So this could easily, I can see maybe playing this as a 3 of, and maybe not Devious Cover-Up, maybe cut the Devious Cover-Up and put a 3rd Hermit in play. Because like I said, against the Control Mirrors, this card is insane. When you flip it on the front side, on the back side, it's a very good card. So they're going to probably remove, their removal spells, and if they keep it around, that's fine, because then that means they're not using it on Wandering Emperor, or they're not using it on Hullbreaker, stuff like that. So but hopefully you guys enjoyed the commentary, the gameplay, all that good stuff. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, notification bell, thumbs up button, drop some comments down below. Let me know what you guys are having fun or a success with the new set, Dynasty, Neon Dynasty. Don't forget to check the description of the video as a portable deck list for you, as well as my social media stuff, Twitch, Twitter, Discord, all that good stuff. But thank you for watching. Hopefully I'll see you guys on my next video. Thank you. Enjoy Arena. I'm out.